Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to be furnishing the Porte Rouge villa. It's a moderately sized home over 2 floors. It's not a mansion by any means, but a considerable step up from a starter home. Downstairs it's got 2 large rooms for living and dining and entertaining, as well as a smaller entrance hall and a kitchen area. Then upstairs there's a main bedroom with quite a generously sized bathroom, as well as a second bedroom, and then access onto a balcony at the back, which then leads down via spiral staircase to the back patio. There were a few things I wanted to keep in mind when decorating this house. I wanted to maintain the original feel of it. For example, I wanted to keep a similar colour scheme. Off the bat, the house is called the Porte Rouge Villa, which means the red door villa. So the red doors at the front, I wanted to make sure I kept those. And there's a lot of dark green and red used throughout the house that I also wanted to keep, although at some points I did change floor coverings because they can get a little bit intense, all of these dark colours. I definitely felt like the floor plan needed a few alterations. The 2 large rooms downstairs are just a little bit awkward to furnish, I think, because of their size. I recently made a video of me decorating the Meadowlark home, which is another house that I feel kind of has a similar problem with the floor plan. I'll leave a link to that video in the description if you want to check it out. But I feel like with the Porte Rouge villa it was kind of a similar thing where I didn't want to change too much. I didn't want to change the exterior walls of the house because it kind of stops being the same house if you're adding rooms here or adding rooms there or considerably altering the structure of the house. But at the same time it was necessary to change some of the interior walls. So I made the large back room that leads out onto the patio 1 tile smaller, adding a little bit of extra space into the front large room, and then I separated that room in half. I kept a gap in this wall separating the 2 spaces, so they are technically speaking the same room, with a couch and a living area in the back space, and then in the front space a piano and a chess set. So this front space is then kind of doubling up as a second entrance hall. I actually deleted the existing spiral staircase in the original entrance hall just because of where it came up upstairs. It's just kind of awkward. It comes up in the middle of the room. It didn't feel like a good use of upstairs space or downstairs space. So I added a straight staircase in this new kind of entrance hall that I created. Once I did that, I was definitely like, yeah, I'm redoing the whole upstairs floor plan as well, because it came up right in the middle of the upstairs bathroom. So then the large back room I allocated as a dining room with a stereo and a little bar area for parties, and then this room kind of spills out onto the back patio, so it is quite spacious if you want to have a lot of Sims over at like your party, for example. And then the kitchen I just kept relatively simple. I added a couple of extra windows because the room was quite dark, and I added some just pet food bowls in case the owners happen to have dogs or cats, and a little kitchen table, as well as a pantry. And then regarding the original entrance hall where the spiral staircase used to be, I sectioned off part of that to create a downstairs bathroom because I don't think it's very gameplay friendly to not have a bathroom on every floor that you're playing on. So to just have 1 bathroom upstairs for a house of this size, I just didn't feel was enough. And then the entrance hall that remains from this partition is just a little square shape that leads you into the kitchen. So you're not walking straight into the kitchen from the front door. And then the upstairs, I decided to combine what was left of the upstairs bathroom into the main bedroom, and then adding a smaller bathroom at the front of the house. I felt it still kind of maintained the size of the rooms. It doesn't shrink all the rooms to completely change the feel of the house, but the existing bathroom I just felt was much larger than it needed to be and really wasn't a good use of space. And then in the main bedroom, as well as having a bed and a dresser and a few decorations, I added a little private TV area with a couch and a coffee table. Then regarding the upstairs landing area, I turned the end of the corridor, if you want to call it that, into another bathroom, and this wouldn't have been possible with the original floor plan because that's where the spiral staircase originally came up. But then this bathroom is accessible from the hall rather than from the second bedroom, so it's not technically an ensuite. And then this bathroom is big enough to have like the full size bathtub, which I usually don't use because of the size, but I actually do think it's quite a nice object to use in larger homes. And then yeah, then there's just the second bedroom, which just has 2 twin beds and a little dresser. I feel it could be easily kind of converted into a more kid-friendly bedroom with like maybe some toys and maybe redecorated with like brighter colours, but I didn't want to do that this time. I just wanted to keep the room pretty much the same. And then I didn't touch the outside balcony. I kept that exactly the same. Then when I did get down to the yard area and the swimming pool, I changed the tiles to a different red kind of terracotta tile, because I don't know, there's something about those square tiles that's just kind of a lot to look at, and I don't know why. Maybe it's like the repetitiveness of the pattern, because it's like a tile with like 4 other tiles on the inside of it, but the colour is quite intense maybe, I don't know. So I kept the kind of the colour theme, but I did change the tiles at the back, and I removed the white balustrade that's used around the hedge. I don't know if that's mimicking a certain feature of a garden in a New Orleans style house like this, but I always think of that balustrade as being like for inside only. I don't know, it looks like something you'd have in your hallway at the top of the stairs. It doesn't look like something you have in your garden, but maybe that's just me. And I felt like it wasn't really necessary with the hedge that's already there, so I just removed that. And I rearranged the tulips in the backyard in a slightly different pattern. And I made the pool a little bit bigger. And there was a little indent of patio on the side of the pool, which I've never liked, and I don't know what that is, but I don't like it. I just wanted the pool to be a rectangle, so I changed that as well. And then yeah, I added a barbecue and just some outdoor lights and outdoor seating, but overall kind of simple and not too over the top. So I hope you enjoyed this Porte Rouge villa refresh. I've got a couple of videos of me decorating the houses in Old Town on my channel now. I'll leave links to them in the description if you want to check them out. Do feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you again in another video really soon.